He sacrificed his last heir to the biomask of the alien warrior he didn't even know. The wreckage of the battlefield still smoked, painting the alien sky with black streaks. The ground was a mess of scorched earth, twisted armor plating, and bodies that neither side would ever bury. Jonas Hale stumbled through it all, dragging one leg, clutching at the cracked visor of his biomask. Every breath wheezed like broken machinery. His oxygen reserves were almost gone. The human expedition hadn't meant for war, but they had landed on a contested world, between two species who already hated one another. And when the core battle fleet arrived, diplomacy had died before the first sentence was finished. Jonas wasn't a soldier. He'd been a mechanic, a technician. But when plasma fire reduced his ship to molten slag, he had scavenged a rifle, slapped on a mask, and fought alongside whoever was still breathing. Now, there weren't many left. He heard movement among the ruins. Cautiously, he raised his weapon, then froze. Pinned beneath a collapsed support beam was a warrior unlike any human he had seen. She was tall even by her kind standards, her armor cracked and scorched, her violet skin streaked with ash. Her 4 arms clawed at the rubble, but she was too weak to move it. Her breathing came in sharp, shallow gasps, and when Jonas saw the faint shimmer of her filtration mask, he realized she had no air. Her biomask's tanks were empty, cracked in the battle. She was suffocating. Her golden eyes snapped to him, fierce and unyielding, even in her weakness. She bared fangs. "Leave me, human. My kind would never save yours." Jonas hesitated. He could walk away. He had barely enough oxygen left for himself. Sharing it would mean certain death. She wasn't even his ally. Her people had fought just as bitterly as the core, but she was alive, and he couldn't walk past someone dying while he still had something to give. Slowly, he staggered forward. "Guess it's your lucky day, then. I don't follow the same rules." Her eyes widened as he unclipped his biomask. The sudden rush of alien air burned his throat raw. He coughed violently, already feeling dizzy. Then, carefully, he pressed the mask over her face. She inhaled sharply, oxygen flooding her starved lungs. The color returned faintly to her skin. Her gaze locked on him, confused, furious, and, most of all, stunned. "You'll die," she rasped through the filter. "Why?" Jonas managed a weak grin. "Because I couldn't fix the war. But I can fix this." His vision blurred. Every breath felt like knives scraping his lungs. His body screamed for oxygen, but he held the mass in place, forcing her to take what should have been his. She pushed at him with one clawed hand. "Stop. You'll—" "Shut up and breathe," Jonas croaked. Minutes dragged like hours. Jonas's strength faded fast. His lips turned blue, his chest spasming as he fought to stay conscious. Darkness crept at the edges of his vision. Then, with a roar, the warrior shifted her 4 arms and heaved. The beam pinning her cracked, then rolled aside. She surged upright, tearing the mask from her face and forcing it back over his. "Breathe, human," she snarled. "Don't you dare die." Jonas gasped as the recycled air hit his lungs, burning but life-saving. His head cleared slightly, though weakness still clung like lead weights. The alien warrior crouched before him, golden eyes blazing. For the first time, her voice trembled. "You gave me life," she whispered. "No warrior of my people would have done the same." Jonas chuckled weakly. "Guess that makes me stubborn." She studied him for a long moment, then offered one of her arms to help him stand. Together, they limped from the battlefield. The next days blurred. Jonas faded in and out of consciousness, barely aware of where she carried him. He remembered the inside of the cave, her hands, clawed but careful, repairing his cracked mask with scavenged parts. He remembered the sound of her voice, low and steady, urging him to keep breathing. When he woke fully, the firelight revealed her sitting nearby, armor discarded, wounds bound. She turned when she saw his eyes open. "You survived," she said simply. "Thanks to you," Jonas croaked. She shook her head. "No, thanks to you. Without your air, I would be a corpse on that field." They sat in silence for a while, the alien night pressing close. Finally, Jonas asked, "What's your name?" She hesitated, then answered, "Zara, daughter of House Valdar." Jonas managed a tired smile. "Jonas Hale, nobody important." Her tail flicked in irritation. "You are important. To me. You gave me life when I gave you nothing." He shrugged. "That's how it works sometimes." Over the next days, they healed, slowly, painfully. Food was scarce, air filters failing, enemies still hunting survivors. But they survived together. Jonas repaired her weapons. Zara hunted food. She taught him which plants wouldn't kill him. He taught her tricks for conserving oxygen in damaged tanks. Trust grew, then respect, then something deeper, unspoken but undeniable. The war did not stop. Patrols scoured the land. When one finally discovered their hideout, Jonas thought it was the end. But Zara fought like a storm, her forearms wielding blades and fire with unstoppable fury. Jonas, weakened but stubborn, joined her, firing scavenged rifles until his arms ached. When the last enemy fell, they stood side by side, breathing hard, covered in blood. Zara turned to him. "Jonas, do you understand what you did? My people will speak of it for generations. No human, no enemy, no stranger would ever give their air for one of us. You did." Jonas looked at her and managed a grin. "Guess I'm full of bad ideas." Her gaze softened. "No, you are full of honor." When rescue finally came, human ships drawn by distressed beacons, Zara refused to leave his side. Commanders bought to the sight of a core noble warrior protecting a human mechanic, but she silenced him with one word. "He is mine." Not as property, not as conquest, but as bond. And so the tale spread across both human fleets and alien houses. The human who gave his last air to save a warrior he did not even know, and the alien who carried him from the edge of death, never letting him go.